Welcome all to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for all of you. So, this reading is an energy reading that goes over the energies of the day. Why were you drawn to see this? Because the message is for you. Bring the questions on your heart and in your mind, and I promise it'll answer at least some of those. You can also join in the live chat if you so choose, but if you're not here for the live chat, it's not why you were drawn here. You didn't need to participate in the live chat. You just have some sort of message waiting for you somewhere in this reading. This reading lasts basically the span of the whole time. So I hope you guys can enjoy the entire reading. And please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I go live and you can participate in the live chats if you so wish. And if not, so you can get these daily tarot card messages as soon as they go live. So what's up, Lala? How you guys doing? I hope your full moon was a beautiful one. It was a Pisces full moon. It was very watery. It finally rained over here. And I got to tell you, we needed the rain. Absolutely. Let's get back to the charts for today. Today is Monday, September 12th. I'm not going to say happy September 11th, but I hope you guys got to say your prayers and reflect, even just for like a couple of seconds, on what people had to go through in the United States back in September 11th. And I think there was a good job, I think, on a lot of social media that brought that up and made those old reels very visible. And I think that's good. I think it's forgive but never forget kind of thing, of how vulnerable you can be and how vulnerable you are even when you don't know it. And as a country, I think we got a really harsh lesson in vulnerability on that day. And it made us angry. And a lot of things made us angry, and I don't think we've really repaired over I think it's 22 years that it was, 21 years that it was. I don't think we've really completely repaired from how it made us feel or from everything that came out of it. So I hope you guys got to reflect on that a little bit. I hope you guys got to also reflect on the life of Queen Elizabeth II. I know that her funeral's coming this week. So I know that probably many of you are going to participate. The bottom line is it was a really emotional weekend for many, many people for many reasons worldwide. And I think it was almost serendipitous and quite appropriate that it was all in the Pisces full moon to help us really wash away. And like, if there's any moon that's going to allow you to cry and make it easy for you to feel your feelings, it's going to be that Piscean full moon. That's the power of Pisces, that just liquefaction, that malleability, that ability to just let it all run out. And if that was the power of the Pisces moon, it was quite powerful. I think a lot of us needed to just release. I mean, even happy tears, we just needed to release. We were holding on to a lot. I think there's just been so much. And in fact, the Mercury went retrograde came around the same time. We're kind of thrust into reflection and remembrance. And that is something that Pisces energy also has a lot of power over, because the water is where memory is. It's where memory lives. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you were extremely nostalgic this weekend. If a lot of you were, reminiscing a lot and there were a lot of tears, you had to. It was cathartic. Maybe you put in a favorite movie that you hadn't seen in a while that always makes you feel something. If only, how you felt when you first saw it. It was definitely that mode. And for those of you who allowed yourself to go with it, then I think you're one step ahead of the game, to be honest with you. Today is Monday, September 12th. And we have two Sesa squares, Sesa square. I hate that word. Pluto and Mars, and Pluto and Venus today. They are both square to each other and kind of Sesa square, Sesa square. I hate that word. I gotta say, to Pluto. What does that mean? It's like in some ways. It's like getting two bratty kids who are fighting to kind of make their fight mean something. right? Like give it meaning, or that there may, so maybe now there's a depth to it. There's definitely an intensity to it, an intensification to maybe our sexuality, our sensuality, our desires, or really our shadows coming up and showing themselves. Pisces full moon started a lot of this, but a lot of this is going to be bubbling up little by little. It's going to be hitting the surface, all these things from underneath. But I think they're going to be very empowering, to be honest with you. Mercury is in opposition to Jupiter right now, which just means that there's just a lot of stuff, like a lot of words, a lot of people saying a lot, talking a lot. It can be good and it can be bad, especially now that there's a lot of news and there's a lot of buzz in the air, you know? I mean, um, try to kind of like not take it too seriously. Definitely participate in what's being talked about now if you want to, but don't take it so seriously, because the dust still has to settle, and there's a lot of dust still being like whirled up right now. The sun is still pleasantly trine to Uranus, which I think is a wonderful position for it to be in. The sun is trine Uranus and trine Pluto. So our sense of self and sense of dynamic change and ability to really go deep and understand who we are completely in order to allow for change, and inspire change, in order for us to see, like, I don't know, almost become aware. It's almost like enlightenment is what it is. That kind of energy is like an aha moment, enlightenment. And in all this flurry of the past, we might actually become very enlightened about exactly where we need to go for the future. And then we have Neptune opposite the sun, which honestly sucks, but the sun is in such positive position elsewhere. I'm not saying it doesn't have any impact on it, but I honestly think it's going to help us find ourselves instead of lose ourselves. And it's going to help to clear the fog. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's get to the cards. Hold on. Let's get to the cards. What's up? I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to say hi to you guys. What's up, Kaz Glow? What's up, Giovanna? Hello. The moon was gorgeous. And we saw a light orb in the yard, too. Oh, that's really cool. Really? That's the second light orb somebody has reported to me. My friend also reported a light orb. She didn't know what it was. She's like, I don't know. She goes, all those little bits and specks on the camera they're all bugs. Because they have the iridescent wings and stuff that the light reflects off of. She goes, but that softball, don't know what it is. The orbs are coming. The orbs are coming. What's up? Oh, I missed something, but I have the coolest pictures of the full moon. You send it to my website. I mean, not the website, to my email address, bornwithoutboundaries@gmail.com or info@bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. My email addresses are in every single one of the description boxes, so you can always email me stuff. That's definitely the best way to get those to me. I would love to see your photos, because I didn't get any photos. I didn't even see the full moon. I know I saw a little bit. I saw just a little bit yesterday, and maybe toward the end of Saturday night, but it was very rainy out here and cloud covered. So I didn't really get to enjoy the full moon. Yeah. I mean, I did get to enjoy the full moon, but I didn't get to see it. So I would love photos. Love. Hi, Laura. All right. Let's get into this reading, guys. I just feel like today is so much chaos. I had to deal with craziness with my medical insurance. Glad I called. Medical insurance. Fucking Nine of Wands, Princess of Wands. God, let me know what the message is for us today. Be wary of new beginnings, because somebody's going to be very appealing and very charismatic. But take some time to reflect. Take some time to reflect. Take some time, because sometimes somebody looks a lot better in an instant than they do And there's the breakup. There's the selling yourself short. There's the reflecting on something that you thought was so amazing and wonderful, and now it looks like shit to you. King of Wands is at the center of our energy. So what we desire, our passion, okay? Temperance is all out of whack, which means things are not working out. The Fool card is it's time to go in a different direction. We're going to go over this a little bit more. I know, guys, I'm so exhausted because I was on the phone with my insurance company fighting my medical insurance. So it turns out that my medical insurance for me and my son only covers wellness and preventative. And I'm like, well, what happens if we go to the hospital or we get sick? Not covered. I'm like, I've been paying you over $400 a month for a shit package that doesn't cover anything that we may need in an emergency. Oh, well, certain stuff would be covered. I'm like, what do I need to pay so that we're covered in an emergency? And then they gave me a new price and it wasn't that bad. I'm like, okay, well, then I'll pay that. All right, that's great. They could not tell me what that meant on the pharmaceutical side. They could not tell me, pharmaceutically speaking, how would this upgrade to my insurance impact me? Because I have an ear infection. It's a swimmer's ear, and my insurance doesn't cover that because the Affordable Health Care Act does not include any medications for ear infections. And I guess my insurance company, I wasn't covered pharmaceutically. I was only covered through the Affordable Health Care Act. So anything that wasn't, any medication that wasn't listed under the Affordable Health Care Act approved list, I would have to pay full price for. I'm like, what kind of medical insurance was I paying for? Shit. Wasn't covered. I mean, whatever, doctor visits and stuff, right? But so I said, okay, now that I've upgraded, how does that change my pharmaceutical package? We have to forward you to this office. Forward me to the office twice. Nobody could answer. They're like, yeah, until this goes through, which is October 1st, until this change goes through, we can't tell you how it's going to impact your insurance. Why? But because we can't see. I said, why do you have to see? Why don't you have the package information in front of you? You should be able to know that if I'm getting this level of insurance, this is how it impacts the pharmaceutical side of things. Why don't you have that information? That's just not how they do things. I'm like, you sold me a package. You should have every obligation to tell me what is included in that package, medically and pharmaceutically. Why are you telling me you don't have that information to give to me? Nobody can answer. They just keep rerouting me on phone systems. So that's why I'm very, very pissed right now. But anyway, maybe it was definitely a blessing in disguise to discover that I had shit medical coverage and that I had to upgrade. We had the nine of wands, which means strength, courage, but also defensiveness. You know, the sense of hardness that builds up over life because of life. We have the Princess of Wands, something starting new. But it's saying be wary of something starting new, or you're protecting and defending somebody. You're protecting and defending somebody because you think they're so fucking amazing. Guess what? When you really reflect on it, you're giving them way more than what they're worth. Whatever you think was a superstar, you're not getting shit. Or people are really, or somebody's really underestimating your value. So then we have the King of Wands here, which means going after what you desire, but clearly not feeling valued. The art Temperance, which means like not figuring out how to work out, being too impetuous, expecting things to happen too quickly. And the Fool card, leaving, going away, moving. Six of Swords is here saying the move was actually a good thing. This is definitely something we're supposed to do. We're supposed to move forward because whatever we thought was supposed to work out, it actually wasn't. It didn't have the value we thought it did. Then we have the ace of, after we move on, look what happens. Ace of cups, ace of wands. Now we have real love, fulfillment, happiness, health, abundance, and a new thing starting. Now this could definitely be, you know, when you go out with somebody and you're trying to make it work and you try to make it work, but it just won't fucking work. And that's when you realize, I'm trying to make something work that wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be my preparatory period for what really was meant to be. And especially with Venus's placements right now, where Venus is placed between Mars and fucking Pluto and all of that. This is really a sense of, it's like you keep expecting someone to value you that doesn't value you. You keep expecting a boss, whatever, to value you, and they don't value you. They don't get it. They can't see it. You have to move on. You have to move somewhere else, because it is in that somewhere else that somebody's going to take notice of you and actually value you and actually give you the opportunities that you expected. Because you did not get the opportunities that you expected where you are. And if you're still struggling and you're still fighting, you're going to be really fucking frustrated. The truth is this: what's best to do for today is realize I got to go a different direction. I mean, I'm not one to tell somebody to give up, and I'm not telling you to give up. I'm telling you to stop fighting a worthless fight. Stop treading water. Because honestly, just a few feet over, if you got into that channel, you'd be swimming away. You'd be making moves. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, whatever this is, however this is playing out in your life, the reading is saying it's not worth what you're putting into it. It's not as amazing as you think. What you were probably attracted to was the attractiveness or the notoriety or the glamour, the shiny shit that really gets a lot of us. But it's like, upon reflection, we see, oh no, it wasn't worth the value that I thought it was. Like my insurance. Oh shit, it wasn't worth the value. It was kind of too good to be true. So I think a lot of things that are coming out now are energies of too good to be true. Just way too good to be true. And if we really, really take our time before we jump at something and we see, you know what, this is too good to be true. It's not right. I'm rushing in this direction when I know it doesn't feel right, when I should be going in another direction. And I think we'll have a quick turnaround with the understanding today, realizing I've been putting my efforts in the wrong place. It's not as valuable. It's like finally seeing, it's like finally seeing, what the hell was that movie? It was an Audrey Hepburn movie. And they remade it with Julia Binoche. Is that what her name is? It's where she thought for her whole life she was in love with one brother. And then for some reason she came back and she like transformed and she was beautiful. And that brother noticed her, but she had to hang out with the other brother for, I don't know, whatever, stupid reasons. And she started realizing how much she actually loved this person that she had never given really much attention to, because the other brother was so much more glamorous, so much more handsome. And now that she was more glamorous and she was more attractive, it's like she started to see things in other people that she hadn't seen before. Does anybody remember the name of that movie? Hello. It's Just a Job. Okay. I'm very good today, Darcy. Not giving up 32 years of pension. Okay. No one's telling you to, right? Maybe this is talking about not just a job, right? Because if there's still value in it, Michelle, then that's not what we're talking about. This would be today what you see lack of value in. You finally realize, aha, oh my God, it's not as valuable as I thought it was. You know, like thinking your engagement ring is a 14 karat diamond and it was just a 14 karat cubic zirconia. Like it could be that literal. Finding out today that something you thought was, because it was flashy and it was beautiful, you thought, oh, this is so fucking amazing, I hit the jackpot. No, you didn't. It's finding out today, upon reflection, what you thought was really worth something really isn't. But don't fear, because honestly, all God's trying to do is redirect you. You do have that value in your life. You were just looking in the wrong direction, and you're being redirected today. That's what's happening. The energy is gaining momentum. That's right. It's like, you know, you were walking around the pool, and then you just like, oh, turned around the other way. But you were getting a lot of resistance, but you won't get any resistance anymore. You won't. It'll be a beautiful thing. The energy is gaining momentum for that change in direction. Oh, I love that. That is really awesome. Oh my God, don't give that up. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely. So we have love here. Okay. Which definitely could be showing up. Something that's quite natural. An attraction that is quite natural. Something that you're drawn to, pulled to. You're being pulled in what seems like the wrong direction, but you need to go. And this is the timestamp, Virgo season. You need to go. You need to give it a try, because even if it feels like you're swimming upstream, you are going in the right direction. This other thing will feel like, I mean, it's supposed to be amazing, but it won't be. Upon reflection today is when you realize something is not worth what you thought it was. And you should go ahead and absolutely trust in the direction God's trying to pull you in. Maybe the opposite direction, maybe left, maybe right. It doesn't matter. What matters is this is when you change direction. That's really what matters. Progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. Focus on how far you've come and all that you've learned. Okay? Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. I think sometimes, as in the movie example that I gave you, we value flashy things in others, attractiveness, maybe wealth. We value it not because we value them. We value it because those are traits that we value. Desire, jealousy. Like, they tell you what you want and what you should be aiming for in your life. And like I said with the movie example, when she came back and she had beauty and she had success of her own, then those traits weren't out of her fingertips anymore. They weren't forbidden. And with that freedom, she was able to see where the real value for her would be. Whereas before then, that kind of like glassed over her eyes. She wasn't able to see it because what was in the way was what she desired, and she wanted to be herself. So when she went and got it and she made herself what she wanted to be and what she desired, none of that was in her way anymore. It wasn't obstructing her judgment or her view of how she saw others. So sometimes we just have to get out of the way of ourselves, right? And we won't be able to see the value in somebody else until we have the value we want to see in ourselves. And once we do, it kind of liberates us. We don't need to prize those things anymore because we got it. You know, like the ability to have fun, the ability to cut loose, the ability to rebel and go our own direction. Maybe we keep searching for partners who are like this because we wish we were more like this, and being around them makes us feel like we want to feel all the time, but they're never good partners. They're never long term. They're never going to stay around. Now you're starting to realize, once you have that value inside yourself, I'll go off on any vacation I want. I could do whatever I want to do. I'm free. I've got the money in the bank. I could do it. Now I don't have to keep looking for that right one, that one that gives me what I don't have, because now I have what I used to not have. Now I have it. So now I am free. I am free to really just look toward what is valuable for my heart. This could be also simply, going out with one person and realizing this bitch is not all she's cracked up to be. Or, this asshole looks good on the outside, but he can't last over 2 minutes in bed. He's selfish and he doesn't make half as much money as he pretended. Right? So it's like, get rid of him. Or like I said, you find out your ring was really a fake the whole time. Something you thought was so amazing and you fought so precious, so hard for, it just doesn't have that much value. The value, maybe your business, you may have fought so hard and you thought, oh, I'm going to be valued, I'm going to be seen. And it's just been faltering the whole time. Maybe you got to go in a different direction. Say, fuck it. Let me do something new. Let me innovate. Let me put my attention and focus elsewhere, toward new ideas, toward new things I can nurture. It's a good time to take stock today. It's a good day to take stock. I don't know how this is playing out in your life. Oh, thank you so much, guys, for all the likes. If you haven't clicked that thumbs up button, please do. Please remember that the likes really, the thumbs up really help the channel. So if you're still on here, thank you, 45 people, for being here. If you're still on here, please do remember to hit that like button. Inspiration. A new idea comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. Listen and take action. This is inspiration from high above. What is that? What am I talking about? I'm telling you, there's new inspiration that you just all of a sudden it's just bam, new inspiration. Watch for that new inspiration. Don't be inspired by it. Do be inspired by it, and do let it switch your directions. Because I just feel like if something's not working, let it go today. And you'll know if what I'm talking about today. You'll know. I'm going to let you guys go. What's up, Sha? Let's go. I got to let you guys go because I'm just kind of agitated today, to be honest with you. I'm really, suffering from this phone call. And I just got to wind down and finish my videos. I did Scorpio for this week. Holy shit is all I have to say. What beautiful energy is coming Scorpio's way. I hope you will watch it with me. Aside from that, guys, I wish you a very, very good day. I hope that I will feel so much better tomorrow. And please do enjoy the rest of your day, whatever part of the day it is, day or night, it doesn't matter. I hope you enjoy it. And I love you guys. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.